Hello everybody, Happy New Year. Jake here, and today we are talking about my top 10 figures I got in 2024. So, before we get into this, get a drink, get a snack, and let's talk toys. And now on to my honorable mentions. These figures may be here for one reason or another, whether it be articulation not being really what I want out of it, or due to a lack of accessories not really giving me as much ability to pose as I'd like to see in my figures. Or it might just be because the year's too good and we have a lot of great figures. The only one I really want to call out in this section is the Barry Allen Platinum Edition McFarlane Digital, which I did have to customize with the Wally West legs, which are not a perfect color match. It's the Wally West from the Crisis Wave, but it is what I had to do due to as soon as I opened this guy out of the box, his legs literally just broke off, just crumbled. I think it's because how brittle that clear plastic is. But anyways, let's just get into the main top 10.
We bring the boom! That's what we do! We bring the boom!
Starting off with our number 10 spot, we have Iron Fist. This figure is amazing. He's from the Luke Cage and Iron Fist 2-pack, which came out in the summertime. And this guy really shows how good the Legends team can do if they put their best foot forward. See, he has, like, so many pairs of hands. He has multiple heads, energy, like, power accessories and stuff. His butterfly joints, immaculate. The torso articulation being great. It uses that Renew Your Vows Spider-Man body, which really gives him that next level articulation you need for a martial arts master as him.
We bring the boom to you! We bring the boom!
Coming in at my number 9 spot, we have the Sonic Movie 3 Shadow and Sonic figures. I know it's 2 figures. It's a top 10 list, so it's technically top 11 at that point. But these guys are a lot of the same kind of articulation scheme, so I thought might as well include them both here. These guys are just absolutely incredible. They show how great JAKKS can do if they really put all their energy and love into a line, which they did here. I mean, literally, their articulation's amazing. I had butterfly joints, torso articulation. Like, it's absolutely stunning. And all for $15, which is...
Bring the boom to everyone! We bring the boom! Your favorite five...
Coming in at my number 8 spot, I have the Marvel Legends Deadpool Wolverine. This guy is an amazing figure. His articulation is pretty good. You know, it is an older torso type, which kind of is annoying because I don't like that, like, twisty hip thing, whatever that's called. Not a big fan of that. But it's not a big problem here because the belt kind of hides it when you twist it. And it's just such a good looking figure and so fun to pose. It's super cool. And then just to have all the extra details and texture on the suit, man, it just is simply an incredible figure. The only con I could give this guy is his lack of accessories, which is why he ends up at my number 8 spot.
Every afternoon on your F5!
Going into my number 7 spot, we have the Deadpool figure from the Deadpool Legacy line. Now this one, way better than the Deadpool Wolverine movie version. And I can say that for one reason. His accessories. His accessories carry this figure to this spot majorly. Even though he has older articulation scheme, he's mostly a reissue, just some like updated parts, and articulation is really good, especially for the primitive body. Like these butterfly joints have an oddly good amount of range. And just like he's so easy to move, and it's so fun, especially with the new gun accessories that weren't with the original. Like you can actually take them out of the holsters, you got your baby knives and everything. Even the little plush, like, unicorn thing. It's an incredible figure. All these accessories are the main reason it's here. It gives so many more ways to pose, because there's just so much more stuff you can do with the variety of hands that are included. Even though some of them don't have the accurate paint on them, which is kind of annoying and shows Hasbro's cheapness in some areas, I still really enjoy the figure. I enjoyed posing it for all the posts I did this year. It's just fun, and that's what you need out of an action figure.
We'll be bringing the boom around the 3:15.
A knockoff at number 6. Something completely unexpected, especially after my past experiences. The CT Toys Brown Suit Wolverine. Now, I had the 2099 and the Black Suit Spidey and the Raimi Spidey ones. I hated those. They just fell apart. They are really crappy. But when I heard everything good about this figure, I said I had to grab it. And in hand, it matches up to what people are saying. The claws are amazing. They aren't like the Marvel Legends claws. They actually are like stiffer. So then they don't fall off or anything. They're real nice and they don't get warped. And with this figure being a bootleg, you'd expect like the paint to be off or something weird. Honestly, it's pretty spot on and great. There's only a few spots where it looks off. The only complaint I have about this figure is there was this like issue of the torso. If you bend it, it could scratch your figure, which isn't too big of a bother for me, but it is kind of a detriment.
Bring the boom so loud the whole earth shakes.
With double.
Going into my number 5 spot, we have the Dark Knight himself, the first appearance of Batman from Detective Comics 27. This is a DC Multiverse figure, which is my one and only for the top 10 list. McFarlane really has shown mass improvements this year. I had so much fun posing this guy. And there's just a lot of stuff you can do. He has like a bunch of hands and everything. I think McFarlane also upgraded with all that this year. He's gotten way better with including accessories instead of selling the same figure 5 times.
Chunk chocolate cookies.
And chicken bakes, biceps and triceps.
Going back to Wolverine with our number 4 spot, we have the Marvel Legends Astonishing Wolverine. As you can see, this figure is amazing. This shows a lot of the Legends team at its best. This is the first Wolverine that comes with a bunch of alternate hands, and has the multiple heads, and has the newer articulation style with the ab crunch and the diaphragm joint, which is what I believe it's called. And then it also has pinless double joints. I mean, it's absolutely stunning. The only problem I have with this figure is the claws. They have a real problem with falling out of the hand, which has led me to losing one of them. But with how these fall out, it's really disappointing. But overall, it's still an amazing figure in my opinion.
Bring the boom that everybody deserves.
And we call him Big.
Making our way into my top 3, we have some Spidey representation with the first appearance, Spidey. Now, this isn't a figure that came out this year, but it is one I got this year, which is why I'm qualifying it for it. See, I had this figure before, and I was disappointed I had to get it returned twice, because it had, like, quality control issues both times. And then this year they had like a small restock or whatever on Entertainment Earth of it. And this one's great, honestly. I've had no quality control issues with this guy. All the paint's perfect all around. The articulation is smooth as butter. All his hands, oh, man, they all give him so much opportunities to hit cooler poses. And this is just one of Marvel Legends' best bodies they've ever made.
Justice, cause that's what he serves.
We bring the happiness and laughter.
Now going into my final 2 spots. Starting with S.H Figuarts' Green Goblin from Spider-Man No Way Home. This guy, exquisite. Chef's kiss. My goodness, he's great. The green paint they did on him is so shiny and so beautiful. I mean, it looks amazing. The shoulders, how they're able to like move the pads to give you extra articulation is just
Again, it again, hold that twerk, it again.
The only problem is the little mustache kind of look. You can't fix it. Think of a pencil eraser is how I saw it, so I'm going to try that out. And then I love how they do, and what Marvel Legends didn't do, with adding the alternate claw, so you can have the retracted and then the long one, which is just absolutely stunning, man. The articulation, claw fell. The articulation is amazing with this guy. I mean, the legs, they move great, the little toe joints. The only problem I've had with this guy is getting him on the glider, which isn't too big of a deal. Because, man, he looks great just standing there. He is a menace.
Enter the room and we're changing up the world with a boom.
Now, ending off with my number 1 spot for my top toy of the year, we have my Tom Holland Final Swingsuit from S.H Figuarts. This guy's almost perfect. Almost. He's still my favorite figure of the year. The only detriment I have about him is the red line there, which is not a big deal to me. He's still my favorite figure of the year. It's just all the hands and accessories he has give him so much extra posing opportunities, and the body just moves so great and so smooth. It just feels amazing to have in hand and to play with. Even the shiny paint on the blue looks incredible. That was my top 10 list. Let me know what you guys think of my list down below, and drop yours below so I can see what you think. Overall, this year's been great for toys. I'm excited to see where all the figures can go next year, especially if Mayfix finally dropping their No Way Home line. That stuff looks great. See ya. A figure so nice I bought it twice.